Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is I created a list of seven, actually, I think it's nine things. It is. All right. So a few folks have been considering using WordPress rather than Card for launching their online agency or web design studio, etc. And I'm a big fan of WordPress. We use WordPress, all the time. If you look at mindfulmarketplace.com, if you look at a tinybookabout.com, those platforms still run on WordPress. But if you're selling services, here are nine reasons why I think Card is a much better option. Also, we're covering some Framer tutorials as well. I love Framer as well, but Card is still the lowest cost and highest value, equation in my view for agencies, designers, and solo digital media brands. All right, so number one, you can instantly publish your card to a live and quality card subdomain. So, for an example, yourclient.card.co or yourtown.card.co or your name, Ian in my case, .card.co. These are still really abundant, and it's really easy to do. You can immediately publish a card to a live URL in seconds. So you're not, working with like a staging site. You have a live site that you can send traffic to right away. And again, this is ideal for clients, obviously, as well. All right, you can transfer a card to a client in a single click without leaving the card container. You can't do this on WordPress, right? So you can literally build a site for a client as long as they have a card account that is on the same level that yours is. And there's only several levels. There's the higher levels are Pro and Pro Plus, and they are ridiculously affordable. You can simply transfer your card when you're done to a client, and they have the site, and you're sort of done with that project if you so desire. All right. Number three, you can host as many client card sites as you have sites on your plan, right? So the 50 site package, for an example, which again, I don't remember the cost basis for card, for a 50 site plan, but it's ridiculously cheap, right? You can publish 50 client sites for clients. As a matter of fact, I have several card accounts, and this one is a 50 site account. I don't remember what I paid for this, but it wasn't a lot. All right. We also have a business card account separately that one of my partners in our mindful marketplace community manages, and I think that's 150 sites or something. But you can publish literally 50 sites for 50 clients in that one container, and that gives you the ability. You're not paying any money for hosting or extra money. It's included in the package, and then you can simply upgrade to as many extra cards as you have clients or projects to publish, right? Really easy. All right, instant email integration with the most popular platforms that are available without code, right? So all you need, whether you or your clients are using ConvertKit or MailChimp or Beehive or MailerLite or Sendly or whatever those various other lesser known platforms are, you can literally enter your newsletter ID or your audience ID or your API key, and your newsletter is ready to go, or your client's newsletter is ready to go, meaning you can start building a list for yourself, or you can start selling email marketing services to your clients without knowing an iota or an ounce of code, or more importantly, configuring any forms, which is notoriously a pain in the ass for me. I struggle with that, and this is why Card makes this super duper easy. Number five, you can duplicate sites in seconds for no extra cost, right? So if you have a valuable product or affiliate project that's converting really well, you can duplicate it and customize it for a new project, for a new product, or a new client campaign in seconds. There's no extra WordPress installation. There's no extra plugins. There's no new login. It's all at your fingertips, and it's all under the same container, right? So you can see like sites like this are the same, right? So even, you can see just I keep copying the same style site that converts well, let's say for affiliate marketing, and just change the, affiliate program that I'm recommending or promoting, but I use the same template. All right. Duplicate templates in seconds for no extra cost. Well, I just covered that. So this would be sites and this would be templates. Same idea, slight distinction that makes a slight difference, but it's the same general thing. So if you have a template that clients love, right, that you're finding is really appealing to your clients, you can just duplicate it and then customize it for a new client in seconds, right? It's similar to sites, but it's just a tad different because you're customizing it predicated on the project. All right, one-click installation of premium templates. This is ridiculously overlooked as a benefit to Card. But if you, and this is only a recent development in the last year or two, but if you find a template that you love, that a card designer is selling, and they are sort of, approved within the card ecosystem, you can simply choose the card from their site and it loads into your account if you're logged in, and you can simply pay for it if it's a fee-based, card template or a premium template, and you do that all from your back end. So there's no, marketplace that you have to get a delivery from. There's no, waiting for the vendor to deliver the theme. There's no problems with customer service. There's nothing. It all is done within the card ecosystem, which is fantastic. And I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've bought something from a developer, designer, etc., and then like you find out you're only going to get the thing that you bought when that person wakes up or that person gets back from their 2-day vacation and they live in a different country, etc. It can be a real pain in the ass. And if you have problems with something, let's say on Theme Forest or one of those sorts of marketplaces, that can also be an issue because you can have issues with, the marketplace itself. It's just a pain in the ass. This really simplifies it and makes it really, really easy to get your theme, get your template, and start working with it immediately, whether it's a fee or a fee-based template. All right. Last, was that 7? I think it was. 8. You can build, publish, and preview sites for your clients at no extra cost with no extra login. And again, I recommend this to people who think this is a little bit like sort of overly aggressive or ambitious. It's really not. You can actually build, let's say this is really ideal for profile, link tree, about me style pages, and you can build these for clients using, let's say a profession in a local community, or, bestpsychiatrist.card.co, or, sushi, and whatever, like a sushi restaurant in a given town or city. And you can simply send a copy of the thing that you've purchased or the thing that you've built to that client and, see if they respond. And if they don't, this is again ideal for professional peers or niche neighbors or potential clients in a given locality or an area that you're interested in competing that needs a website, right? And then you send them the link to the live URL, and you basically just say, hey, love your sushi, noticed you don't have a website. I built something here for you to preview. If you'd be interested in purchasing this, would love to, work with you or give you our design development package for our favorite restaurants here in my city or our city. And if they don't respond, you can simply change the domain to a new peer or niche neighbor or ideal client and send it again, right? So you're just changing the subdomain of the card, URL, and you don't even have to do that, to be honest. This is a no-cost way to run proactive outreach campaigns in your niche, market, vertical, industry, or local community. For an example, something like this, right? You can just continuously, you could send this to a therapist who doesn't have a landing page, right? So you're sending something like this to a, let's say Jane, Dr. Jane or Dr. Janet in whatever town or niche or or market that you're competing. And if she doesn't respond, you can change it to Dr. Joe or Dr. Jean or Dr. Josephine or Dr. Bob, and you just continue to mail this out to prospective clients until someone's like, yeah, I'll actually I would actually love that. So let's see if I can find. I don't know what I just did with my. There it is. All right, that's a liability of far too many tabs. All right, and the last thing, and so I recommend trying that. It's a great way of selling one page, low effort websites. Um, the last thing is just tons of worry free, low code integrations. There's no block editor, there's no bloated page builders. I mean, I can't tell you how much of my life I've wasted on WordPress, page builders, Elementor, and WP Bakery, and all those sorts of editing templates that I'm just not good at and I don't like doing, and it's a waste of my time because I'm doing things that are not entering me into a state of flow. Like, I like to write, to talk, to communicate. I don't like to work with, you know, Elementor or these convoluted WordPress publishing templates. So all you're doing on on Card is pasting code into widgets and dragging it into the right place, and you're good to go. So if you have to add a tracking pixel or a pop-up or a your Google Analytics or whatever it may be, you don't have to you don't have to install new plugins or play with a template in some way that could be potentially destructive. At least to me, when you're a dum-dum like myself, you could simply add a widget, a code widget, and then just drag it into your card, and it's done, and you just save the card and you're good to go. Same is true for clients, obviously. All right, so there are 9 really good reasons to choose Card over WordPress. Again, I like WordPress. I love WordPress. I mean, we use WordPress all the time. I've used it for years. I will continue to use it. But when it comes to simplicity, to speed, to selling services, I would never, ever again use WordPress as the primary platform to sell a service to a therapist or an author or a local financial advisor or a carpenter or a CPA, and neither should you. Okie doke. Hope that is helpful. If you're interested in joining our Card course, it's here. And if you have any questions, as always, feel free to ask. You can also export this to a PDF at the link below, or actually at the bottom of at the button below, not the link below, and I'll share a link to this PDF as well so that you can actually grab it if you so choose. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful day, and I appreciate you listening.